In this corner of the internet, we're all racist.
Whoa!
So it's no secret that for a long time, throwing out words like racist, bigot, all that kind of stuff, these little catchphrases and buzzwords that people use for anyone who doesn't like the product that is put out in Hollywood, they're going to throw it around when it inevitably fails. When we really know that it's all because you're not putting out a good product. And when you make that the focal point of why you think people should watch your show, or your movie, or pay attention to your music when it's like, well, if you don't like it, you're racist. When that is your immediate go-to, you know that you are being coached, but you have been coached so much that now it just comes as a reflex. That's what we're seeing with a lot of things. And yes, I'm not even going to bring up Lando Calrissian, even though I just brought him up, but I'm not going to bring up other examples of why this bitch is wrong. Jodie Turner Smith, with the failure of the Acolyte, first of all, even if there was a season two, her character's dead. I guess we get one of those great flashback episodes because they had two of them that told the same story in that very small season that was canceled, rightly so. We're going to talk about this and why you are a racist unless you fell head over your heels for it. Obviously, she's still getting work. She's doing other things, but in a recent interview, when she's talking about the cancellation, she hopes fans stop having a stick up their butt about people of color being a part of IPs that were created by white people. When you're the only one talking about race, methinks you might be the racist because a lot of us don't care about that. We care about good stories. When you're the one that has to delineate everything into the color of the person's skin, whether it be the creator, the actor, the developer, the producer, the writer, that's the only thing that you seem to care about. And if we actually look up the term racist, it's someone that solely judges a person's personality and character based on race. You seem to be doing that, but now all fans of an IP are racist if they don't like what you're doing because you happen to be dark. Now, I'm just going to go through this maybe a little bit piece by piece. I'm not going to read the entire thing out to you, but yeah, Mother Anastasia, the virgin mother, so to speak, if you don't count scissoring, because if there's no penetration, then you're still good in the eyes of God. The queen of the witch coven, the twins' virgin birth mother, she expresses her disappointment. Disappointment is a very lackadaisical way of saying what she actually says. She starts off by praising, I can't even remember her name. She starts off by praising Amanda Stenberg the first time she met her. Amanda had this whole essay, apparently, about what she thought her character should be, where the story might be going. We also saw in interviews earlier, before the show even came out, that the script, the character was written specifically for that actress. So I don't see why this is any big deal whatsoever. But she does have to give her a pat on the back because she's a fellow boy. She then goes on to say, like, okay, Amanda put so much care and thought and love into that. You could put care, thought, and love into things that fail. As normal human beings, we do that crap all the time. We can love something, care about it, but we're obviously, it turns out we're not good at it, or we joined the wrong team. You ever think about that? Or, maybe other people were more talented, so they got the job over you. You got fired because you sucked. And it's disappointing to feel like your studio is not having your back in a very public facing way. Why would they have your back? Have they called you racial slurs? Have they said, no, we don't want to, we're not going to have any more black people in anything? No more lesbos. Have they said that? What do you want them to do? You just want them to simp for you? You want them to lie to everyone, say that it's good when we know that it's not. They're going to do that anyway, but she goes on To this end, the actress then called on Disney to stop doing this thing where you don't say anything when people are getting effing dogpiled on the internet with racism and bullcrap. Free market, baby. That's kind of what the internet was built for. That's why it's gotten as big as it is. That's how you do your fucking marketing. And you have to deal with people who have different opinions. I know you're probably living over there in England where they actually do have police that show up to your house and arrest you if you say something that offends someone else. But this is fucking America, bitch. It's just not fair to not say anything. It's really unfair. Well, it seems like, were you homeschooled? Did you go to a private school? It seems like your teachers never graded your paper with a red pen. You never got a flat out F in red ink. You failed. You failed. You failed. You failed. You need to know. Everything else would be like blue, green, happy colors on the pen. If you did great, A plus, A plus plus. If you got an F, if you failed the thing, it was in red ink, like the stop sign. Stop what you're doing. It's all wrong. It'd just be nice if the people that have all the money were showing their support and putting their feet down. Well, it's kind of hard for a lot of those fatties. Say this is unacceptable. You're not a fan if you do this. You can't tell the fan whether or not they're a fan. I mean, you could try, but it's not. Why have y'all not understood or come to terms at least with the fact that the people who were giving you money, the people who love these IPs, are the ones that have the wallets? If you put your foot down, it's like you're not a real fan unless you do this. That almost sounds like, I don't know, like bribery or some other form of coercion. Sorry, baby. It's a free market. Make a really big statement, just see if any money leaves. You already have. You make a really big statement every time you open your fucking whore mouth. I bet you it won't, because people of color, especially black people, make up a very large percentage of buying power. What does that have to do with anything? What does that have anything to do with anything? Oh my gosh, do we even have to break this apart? Black people exist. There are quite a few black people in America that spend money every single day providing for their families, going to and from work. The entertainment, they're the same as everyone else on what they choose to spend their money on. They're not spending it on you. They might find that it's actually more lucrative for them, but everyone's using woke like it's a dirty word. She continued, opinions change. What's in vogue changes. We're going to get there at some point. And this is where she kind of self-owns herself. She's basically saying that she wants to be a trend. She wants it to be a trend that will eventually change, not become a societal norm, which it already is a societal norm, but y'all bitches won't stop talking about it. You keep bringing up like straw man arguments and everything and accusing people of things that they're not. And you're trying to put it in vogue. But the thing is, it was in vogue for a little bit. We saw Me Too culture and all that. And then it was all called out as fraud. Well, everyone woke up because the trend changed where people actually started thinking for themselves and started voting with their wallets. And that's why your little thing, Acolyte, the stuff that you want to blame on other people, that's why it changed and everyone's waking up and they don't want to put up with your bullshit anymore. We don't get to fail upwards like a lot of white men. Go ahead, throw more race in it, because that's what real racists do. They only objectify people by color. I'm done talking about this. Let me see what y'all have to say. I'm sure that it won't be too kind because, they're not being kind to people like us. People like us. People who watch the content. Did you think about race? Now think about what she said and what I have said in there. If you thought that in any way, oh, it's a white guy talking about, you'd actually be wrong. But that's on you. Until next time, y'all have a good one. And fuck this whore.